Hello everyone, this is Rahul Pawar and welcome to my YouTube channel Xpressurdata. So this is our continuation video to the functions topic, and in today's video we are going to discuss about date functions. So without wasting much time, let us get started, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So date is one of the very important data type in real time. Okay, so most of the times, assume, if you're getting your date data in date data type, then your majority of hard work is saved, or effort is saved. But in cases when your date data type is not in date type, then that is when the real struggle will begin. Okay, so these date functions help us in finding out, you know, uh, dates that we need, or, working with the dates. Okay, so whenever you are working with date data type, there are some things that you need to keep in mind. First is which part of the date are you working. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. Like say we have day part, we have month part, we have year part, and we have week part, or we also have quarter part. So basing on this, we need to write our calculations. Okay, making sure that the level of data that we need is at the level that we need. Okay, so let us see what are the date functions that are supported in Tableau, and we'll slowly try to understand how each and everything is working here. So I'm clicking on this and selecting date. Okay, so two most common or widely used date functions are date add and date diff. Okay, so two different functions. Date add means addition of dates. So if at all you want to add date to an existing date, that is date add. Similarly, if at all you want to subtract two dates, then date diff will come into picture. Okay, so example, what I'm doing is to explain this scenario, I'm taking our standard order date and I'm dropping it here. Let me remove this, and I'm going to convert this into exact date so that it is easy for us to understand, and I'm converting it into discrete. Okay, so that it is readable. So now let us write our first function, or use first function, that is date add. Like I said, addition of dates or date to existing date. Now, like the first 2 points here, we mentioned which part of the date are you working with. I want to add 3 days to my existing date. So day part I am using. So that is the first thing that you need to pass to your date syntax. Okay, and always remember, this is something that is identifiable by Tableau. So if you are writing in capital letters, then it will not identify. So this is something that you need to pass as is. These are identifiers. Okay, so I'm just putting comma. Okay, so what is the interval? So how much by how many values you want to add? So that thing that you want to add, pass here. So I want to add 3 to my existing date. Okay, comma, simply I'm passing my order date. Okay, and I'll make it date function to test here. So because we are using date function, the output or the data type of this field is also date data type. See here, I'm just dragging and dropping it here, and I'm just converting that into exact date, and we'll make it discrete as well. Now observe here what is happening. Our current date is 3rd January 2018. But what are we getting here? 6th January 2018, which means we are adding 3 to existing date. So if I do minus here, so we are giving plus, so it is adding. If I give -3, let us see what will be the results, because we always need to check what is happening with a positive number and what is happening with a negative number. I'm just giving -3 here. Now you see automatically it is subtracting. But now see the intelligence of this date functions, because if I subtract 3 from my existing date, it has to go to the next year and last month. So automatically it is identifying that my dates are ending at 1 and I need to switch to previous year. So automatically it is showing 31/12/2017. Automatically it is happening. Okay, so now if I scroll down, you'll also see how it is working at a month level also. See here, our current date is February 1st, but because we have done -3, it is going back to January 29th January 2018. So automatically Tableau will understand whether it has to roll up at only month level or at year level also, based on the month you are. Like say you want to add month now, so here you can also pass month here. Okay, now you see if I write instead of this, if I write month, it is not identifying. Okay, so these are called as identifiers. So specifically when you are working with the dates, you need to remember this as is, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so this time I'm passing month here and I want to add, like say, 1 month to my existing month. So click on apply. So now observe here, my current date is 3rd January 2018, but now it is returning 3rd February 2018. So automatically only your month part is getting changed. This is something that you need to understand, the behavior of the date functions, to which part of the date you are working, day part, month part, or year part. Even if I want to pass year, I can pass year also here. See here, now only year is getting added. Okay, so day slash month, all in small. Okay, remember that, year. Okay, so this is our date add function. Okay, so now similarly what I'm doing is I am using date diff function. Okay, so like I said, date diff is to subtract two dates, adding dates to existing, subtracting two dates. Okay, now I'm just commenting this, and I'm also taking my ship date here because these are the two date fields that we have in our sample superstore. So it is pretty easy to compare and easy to understand. So that is one reason I'm taking this. And let us convert that into discrete so that we know what is happening. So if you observe here, order date is the date on which order was passed or placed, and ship date is the date in which shipment was done. Okay, and what I'm doing is date diff of, again, date part, which part of the date are you subtracting? That is something that you need to specify. I want to subtract my day, so I'm passing day here. So from what are your two dates? Because we are subtracting dates from two different dates, we need to tell what are our two fields. So one is my order date and the other one is ship date. So now what it will do, it will take day part from your two dates and it will give you the difference between that. Okay, so let us click apply and see the result. Now see the result here. I placed order on 3 and shipment was done on 7th. Now what has happened? 3 minus 7, it is giving us 4, like that. Okay, so actually it is doing 7 minus 3, 8 minus 4, 12 minus 5, 7 minus 6, like that. Okay, so now you might be wondering, so why do we have 3 dates here? So it is, maybe it is because with respect to order ID, if I check, you will know. Now you see it is only one. So it is with respect to the order ID. Okay. So that is your date diff. Even if I want to subtract a month, again, I can do that. It will work. Now it will subtract the months. So mostly, I am not expecting delay in terms of months. So it is only in days. So that is one way you can identify. Now the other thing is, suppose you are doing a difference in days. Okay. And here you are getting some difference here. Okay. Now if this is greater than 30, if I divide it by 30, then I will get the result in months. I'm going to write it like this: result in months. Like how many days, how many months of delay I have in terms of months. So if you are expecting that your data will have delay in months, then you can find out the difference in day and you can divide it by 30. Okay, because I'm taking in a month, we will have 30 as a gross. So I'm considering that and dividing by 30. So if I divide it, I'll get this. So 0.1 days of delay. It is like that. So we need to write it. Now, if at all you don't want this, you want to round it off, you can also do that. Again, that is a different thing. Okay, so I'm gonna write it, say round off this, and I want to simply round it off to 2 decimal places. See here. 0.1 days of delay. Okay, or 0.17, 0.1, 0.2 days of delay. It is like that. So it is reading it that way. So you can convert it into month format or whatever. If you want to convert it into year format, then you need to divide it by 365. 365. Then whatever the number that you are getting here is in terms of years. So this is something that is important for you to understand how we can derive a better value in terms of calculation. Okay. So I'm just removing everything that we have added because I don't need this also. So this is your date function. Okay. And now what I'm doing is I'll just remove this. Suppose if at all you want to extract some parts of the day separately, like say your week number is there, your week day is there, or your quarter is there, you want to extract that from your dates, then we have some functions that are available in Tableau. They are, like say, date name is there, date part is there. Okay, two important functions again. So we'll see that now. So again, date name function I'm using, one of the frequently used function. Which part of the date you need again? So this time I'm passing week to see what it will return, and I'm using order date. Okay, so let us remove all, and I'm just removing everything and this also. So this time what I'm doing is date name I'm using, because that is the function that we have created. I'm giving the same name, date name. Now you see the resultant set is in a string format ABC, and if I drag and drop, it is giving me week numbers. Week means it is giving me week numbers here. Okay, so I'm going to write it here. This is important for us to understand. Week will return week numbers. In a year, we will have 53 weeks. That is why it is returning that. Now, if I try to write weekday, so this is also valid. Let us see what this will return now. And if I click on apply, it is giving us again Sunday to Monday. So weekday will return again your weekdays. Okay. So I'm writing that here, will return weekdays from Sunday till Monday. Okay. So this is something that you need to understand what this is returning. What week will return, what weekday will return. Okay. And if I specify, let's say quarter also, I can specify it is valid. It is giving us this quarter. Now same likewise, instead of date name, so if I specify month, again one important this thing. So if I this, it is giving us all the months. So I'm going to write that also here. Month will return month names from Jan till December. So this is very important. I'm going to paste this in description box. Do make use of this for your effective calculations, because many times in real time we do use this kind of things, like say week, weekday, month, and sometimes we don't have that handy. So you can save it somewhere in your notepad so that you can use it effectively. Will return quarter number. Okay. Now what I'm doing is simply, instead of date name, I'm using date part. Okay. And let us identify what will happen. And date part of same like this day. Okay. So the first thing that we have done. Okay. So date part of week from order date update. Now see the difference here. So what is happening here? This is also giving us week numbers. But what is the difference here? This is resulting in string format or string data type. Now observe here, date name, your date name is in numeric format or in a measure format. So that is the difference in terms of your date name and date part. So your data type will differ. Okay. So proof is this. Okay. Some might contradict, but I go with the data type that it is generating. Okay. So next I'm trying to give weekday and I want to see what it will return. So this time this is returning in numbers. So sometimes we might need weekdays names like this, or in some cases we might need week numbers or day numbers like this 1 to 7. Okay, so basing on what you need, you can always use from this. See, for date name, same I'm passing weekday, and for date part also I'm passing same weekday, but result is little different. So you need to remember what is the function that you are using and what are you calling. Same if I talk month, this will give me month from 1 to 12. See, so here I'm going to same copy it this and paste it here, and I'm going to write it date part will return results in numeric format for your week, weekday, and month. This is something that we need to keep in mind always. Okay. So now let us simply, if at all I want to create a calendar chart. Okay. So using this, we can simply create. Okay. So I'm going to show you that simple thing so that you understand how effectively we can use. So what I'm doing is I'm going to create a simple calculation here, weekday, and because I need weekday. So if you see the calendar here, or our standard calendar here, and if I see here, we have weekdays from Monday to Sunday and 1 month of data from here. I want to create same thing as it is. So what I'm doing, date, name of weekday I need from my order date. So now what will be the result? It will be in string format. And if I take and drop it here, I'm getting all my weekdays, Monday to Saturday, or I can keep it here also. Now I need to restrict it for a particular month. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my order date and dropping it on filter shelf. So for now, I'm just taking only 1 year. And again, I'm taking my order date and restricting it to only 1 month so that we can filter it out. So later on, if at all you want to customize it so that you can give selection to the end user, that also you can do. So I'm just taking week number here, and I'm taking date, name of week, because we will get week numbers from here. So remember, I'm just taking that. Okay. Now see here, simply if I take this, I'm getting a simple thing here. So January will have 1 to 5 weeks. So if I simply go and select February from here, see the difference. So it is starting from 6. Okay, so automatically your week numbers are getting updated. Now, if at all you want to display the dates here, simply you can take your order date and drop it on label, and you can convert that into day format. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna make it entire view, and I'm just make it to the center. And if I change it to square, your calendar chart is ready. So this way we can use it effectively to create a calendar chart. Now, if I format it, better, it will look better. Now, what I'm doing is, again, I'm taking my order date, and we are going to discuss one important function, and we'll, wrap up the session. So I'm just converting that into exact date, and I'm making it discrete. And now we are going to discuss about a date truncate. One important thing that we need to understand. Many get confused what is happening when we say truncate. So truncate means no matter which part of the date you are, it will truncate to the first day. So if you are specifying week, no matter wherever you are, suppose we are in Wednesday, all right? So today, assume today is Wednesday. So if I say truncate week, means it will, no matter if you are in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, it will always take you to the first day of the week. Like say your week beginning day is Monday, so it will take you to that day. So that is what will happen with this truncate. Again, I'm converting this into this, and I'm taking date trunc of date parts. Okay, so what is the date part here? So I'm specifying month for now, and I'm just showing it order date. Apply, and I'm gonna drop it here, make it exact date, and I will convert that into discrete to show you the difference here. Now see here, no matter which part of the day we are in the month, so 3rd January, 4th January, 5th January, until your 31st of January, it is truncating back to the first day of the month, because we have chosen at a month level. Okay, so this is something that you need to understand. So if I give it at a week level, so till week it will work. For every week, it will truncate to the first day of the week. Now here, this is truncating at the week level. So it is little difficult to understand. So let us go to the last week here, and I'm going to take 30, 12, 21. So it is truncating to 26. Let us see that going, and I'm just, so we need, sorry, 21 December I need. Now see here, we are, if I am in 30 or 30, 12, it is truncating back to 26 here, this one. So first day of the week. So now, no matter from 25 to 20, wherever you are, it will truncate it back to 19. So you see, now you will see only these numbers here, 26, 19, 12, 5. Observe here, 26, 19, 12, and 5. So what is happening here? It is truncating to the first day of the week. So that is what you need to understand what is happening when I say date truncate. Now client will tell that, I will select no matter what I am, whatever the week I am, it should display the data for the entire week. Now, how can you do that? Using date truncate, we can get to the first day of the week, and from there we can take 7 days. So that always, whenever you are writing logic, try to find the base for your calculation. Then only you will be able to build or write a better calculation. So unless and until you find the first base for your calculation, you will not be able to start writing that. So you need to find out what is the base or what is the first step that I can take in that. So date truncate is again one very important function for us. So similarly, there are two more functions that are very helpful in date, that is today and now. So we have two important functions. Again, these are asked in interview as well. Okay, so today and now both will return today's date. So assume you want to refer or get today's data in your dashboard, or you want to compare anything with today's data, then these two are something that you can use. Today means it will return today's date, but without timestamp. But whereas now means this will also return today's date, but with timestamp. So suppose if you are playing with the time and time is very crucial for you, then you can use now function. Otherwise, today should do the job for you. Okay, so very important function, because very widely we use this today function in writing the calculations. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to tell. And if I go back, so other than that, I think everything is very pretty common. Day function, we have is date, is quarter, is weekday. So these are all comparison functions which will check if it is a date or not, like that. Okay, so again we have here month, quarter, today, week, year, which will directly get you the date parts. Okay, so like this. So instead of this, so generally you want to get the year part, then you can write year of your order date. You will get that in year format. If you want a month, then you can write it month of order date, like that. Or week part, then you can write week of order date. Like this, you can add and you can get whatever you want separately. This is also very possible case. Okay, so maybe whenever we are trying to aggregate or match the values, then these functions come into picture. Useful and handy functions. So the more you remember, the better it is. So whatever we discussed in today's class is very important in terms of real time. In real time scenarios, this is all what we use very regularly and frequently. Okay, so that's it from my side in this video. I hope you find this video useful. If you like it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day and bye bye.